Trying to create a funeral program at home, you're already dealing with so much. The absolute last thing you need is a technical meltdown with your printer. But that's so often when it happens. So that's what we're going to tackle here. We'll walk through exactly how to get it right and make the process as smooth as it can possibly be. What's supposed to be a meaningful keepsake can just turn into another source of stress, right? You're fighting with paper jams, the colors look faded or just wrong. Or you get those awful white borders on a design that was meant to fill the whole page. And when you're already going through so much, those little things can feel absolutely huge. And that really is the heart of the matter, isn't it? A funeral program isn't just a schedule. It's something people actually hold on to, you know? They take it home. They save it for years. So the physical quality of it, how it feels in their hands, it really matters. It's a quiet reflection of the care that went into creating it. So how do we get that quality? Well, the first step is actually knowing what not to do. So let's dive into the 3 most common mistakes people run into, so you can just sidestep them completely. Alright, number 1. And honestly, this is probably the biggest one. You see, most of the printers we have at home, they're really just made for regular thin copy paper. But for a program to have that nice substantial feel, you're going to use heavier cardstock. Maybe 65 pound, maybe even 100 pound. Trying to force that thick, heavy paper through a machine that isn't built for it is just a recipe for disaster. You're going to get jams, pages coming out crooked. It's just a waste of time, ink, and that nice paper you bought. Okay, number 2. This one has everything to do with the edges of the page. So you see borderless printing on the box and you think, great. But here's the catch. A lot of the time, that feature only works for specific photo paper sizes, like a little 4x6 photo. It often doesn't work for a standard 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. And that can totally wreck a beautiful design that has a photo or a color going all the way to the edge, leaving you with those exact white margins you were trying to avoid. Alright? And number 3. This one can be really personal. Think about it. That cherished photo is usually the centerpiece of the whole program. And it can be so disappointing when a printer gets the colors wrong and suddenly skin tones look off. Or a beautiful, vibrant photo just looks lifeless and dull. That's just not something you want to compromise on. Okay, so how do we avoid all these headaches? It really all starts with one fundamental choice, the kind of printer you're using. And for a project like this, forget about speed. It is 100% about quality. And when you put them side by side for this specific job, the choice becomes crystal clear. That being said, here are the top 3 inkjet desktop printers we recommend, based on print quality, reliability, and value. Perfect for creating beautiful funeral programs at home or in a small office. When you're printing something as meaningful as a funeral program, quality matters. The colors need to be rich, the photos need to be sharp, and the paper needs to feed smoothly without streaks, smudges, or alignment issues. The right printer can make the difference between a keepsake and a disappointment. Let's start with our top premium pick, the Epson EcoTank Photo ET8550. This printer is ideal if you want vibrant, professional-level color. It uses 6-color ink instead of the standard 4, which gives you smoother skin tones and deeper blacks, especially important for memorial photos. It also prints up to 13 by 19 inches, which is perfect if you're creating larger bifold or trifold programs. And because it's an EcoTank system, the ink bottles last a long time and cost less per page. Next is a strong, all-around choice, the HP Envy 6155E. If you're printing standard letter-size funeral programs at home and want something reliable and affordable, this is a great option. It offers borderless printing, wireless setup, and automatic double-sided printing. The color quality is solid, and it handles heavier paper stock fairly well for its class. It's perfect for families who want professional results without spending premium money. And finally, our best value pick, the Epson EcoTank ET2400. This printer is simple, efficient, and extremely economical when it comes to ink. If you're printing multiple copies of a funeral program, especially for a larger service, this model helps keep your costs down. While it doesn't have the advanced photo depth of the ET8550, it still produces clean, vibrant prints for most memorial designs. Okay, so how do we avoid all these headaches? It really all starts with one fundamental choice: the kind of printer you're using. And for a project like this, forget about speed. It is 100% about quality. And when you put them side by side for this specific job, the choice becomes crystal clear. Now, laser printers. They're workhorses for office docs, but they're just not built for this. They use heat to fuse toner to the page, which can actually make heavy cardstock warp or curl, and the photo quality just isn't there. Inkjets, though, this is what they're made for. They handle thicker paper much better, their photo quality is fantastic, and they're way more likely to have that true borderless printing we talked about. For funeral programs, inkjet is absolutely the way to go. Commercial print shops typically use large laser printers because they're built for high-speed production and large volume jobs. Laser machines are excellent for bulk printing on standard paper, but they're designed for commercial environments and can be expensive and oversized for home use. When it comes to printing funeral programs at home, especially on heavier weight paper or cardstock that's thicker than regular copy paper, we recommend more cost-effective inkjet printers. Inkjet models are generally better suited for specialty and heavier papers commonly used for memorial programs. Okay, so let's say you've got the perfect printer. That's a huge step, but it's only half the battle. Now we've got to bring it all together with the right paper and the right settings to get that final, beautiful print. So when it comes to paper, what should you look for? Well, a 65-pound cardstock is a really solid choice for a standard bifold program. If you want something that feels a bit more premium, you can step up to an 80 or 100-pound cover stock. And I would almost always recommend a matte finish. It just looks more dignified and it's easier to read because there's no glare. Glossy paper can sometimes feel a little less formal. All right, we're at the home stretch. Here is your final checklist before you hit print. First, in the print settings, always select the correct paper type. Second, make sure all that auto-scaling stuff is turned off. Third, and please do not skip this, always print one single test copy first. And finally, just be a little patient. Give the ink a few minutes to fully dry before you start stacking them up or folding them. It'll prevent any smearing. You know, at the end of the day, creating a beautiful program at home, it's not about how much money you spent on the printer. Its quality is a reflection of the care that went into it. And getting these little technical details right, that's just what allows all of that care and love to really shine through. Thanks for sticking it out with me until the very end. I hope this gave you some insight on choosing the right printer when it comes to printing funeral programs. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and bye for now.